Hello guys, welcome back to today's tutorial. So on the last lesson we spoke about building a basic website, and we built the basic website in a cart photo web page. On this lesson, and yeah, that enabled us to have a look into some elements like your image, how to bring certain links or link to different websites from your web page. On this tutorial, we'll be talking about how to add sounds and um, videos into our web page. Right, so we'll be talking about the HTML audio and video elements and how they work. So it's pretty self-explanatory. The audio and the video elements are what we use to add videos and audios to our web pages. Alright, so we'll get right into it. On my screen here, um, I have this HTML document. So we are just going to use the audio element to add an audio media into our page. Right. So as you can see right here is the source element. This is the URL of our audio. Right. I've created a folder under the lectures tab. The lectures tab is where our HTML document is, right? And then we have a media folder. So I'm going to go right into that folder and get the audio. Now if we save this, and let's see, open this file up, notice that it doesn't show up, right? If we try to inspect our page right at the body, you'd see that it's actually there, right? It's there, but there's a reason why it doesn't show up, and that's because we've not added the controls attributes, right? So if we add the controls attribute, you get to see the play button, the volume buttons, and whatnot. So just after this source, inside the opening bracket of the element tag, of the audio tag, I'm going to add controls. Now remember when we talked about attributes, I told you that there are some attributes that are Boolean attributes, right? Boolean meaning 0 and 1, true or false, right? So this means you want this audio tag to have controls, right? So if we save this and go back to our page, you see that it appears, right? We have our audio here. Great. Now there are some other attributes you can add to your audio. One being the loop. If I do this and save, go back to that guy, it means that this audio is going to loop. When it gets right to the end, it's going to loop and start from the beginning. There's also the muted. This means that when your page runs, it's going to start in a muted form, right? The audio is going to be muted. Exactly. So you see this guy is muted, and so even if it starts to play, you have to unmute it to hear the audio. Alright. Alright. So for the next thing we're going to talk about is Sometimes some browsers do not understand certain formats, or some browsers may not be familiar with certain formats. Now, if you take a look at the code I have commented here, you notice something. So, this is how to deal with such situation. You're going to use this source element here inside the audio element, right? And you're going to give it different types. So it's going to be, let's say, the same audio file that has different formats, and then you specify the types. So let's say the browser opens this page or file, and it has access to this one. It recognizes this OGG file format. Then it takes that one and plays it. If it doesn't, if it recognizes the WAV file format, it takes that one and plays it. Right. Also, the video element is how we add video to our web page, right? And the Boolean attributes on the audio element can still be used here. So let's try to import or add a video to our web page. All right, so we have this media. Go back to our folder and add this guy here. All right, great. Let's take it out. Go back to this guy, and voila, we have our video. All right, close this so we can see it well. We have our video, and you can notice how large it is. Right, it overflows. One way to deal with that, one way we can deal with that is by giving it a width. Let's say a width of 620. Let's save and check it out. All right, so it becomes smaller. Great. There's also one attribute I would like to show us. It's called the poster attribute. All right, so let's see on this guy we have a poster, and so what this does, this is very important for accessibility for screen readers. So let's say for some reason your, let's say, network or some server downtime, the video doesn't load fast, you can have a poster that shows, instead of showing like the default settings or the default screen or default image it shows, you can have a poster while the video is loading or while that particular file is loading. So that's the function of the poster attribute, right? So given if a poster, if we go back, we see our poster, right? So this is the poster is very different from the video, but yeah, it's just to show us what the poster does. Right, so we have this guy here as our poster, and then when we start to play our video shows, right? So that's it for this episode. See you in the next episode.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.